Hi everyone, this is Joanna and welcome to Food and Tunes. Today I'm going to be making a favorite of mine. I love me some soup and I especially love Caribbean soup. So today I'm going to be making a typical split pea base, with squash and vegetables, root vegetables, and oh my gosh, dumplings, right? Who can eat a Caribbean soup without dumplings? All right, at the end, I'm going to be adding, not the end, but near the end, I'm going to be adding some cooked smoked turkey. So, by vegans and vegetarians, you can easily adapt the soup to you. Literally, it's a vegan soup until you add the smoked turkey, right? So it's easily adaptable. All right, so guys, I am really, really excited and I'm hungry. So stay tuned. So I know it looks like a lot, but these are the ingredients for our soup. First, we have the smoked turkey over here. We're gonna do some organic russet potatoes, some squash, some sweet potatoes. I have some dasheen in here. When I buy dasheen, I usually just cut it up and freeze it so that I can have it for future use. So for those of you who don't know what dasheen is, it's just a root vegetable that we use pretty much like potatoes. All right, I have about a cup or a half cup of corn, some bell peppers that I usually also buy in bulk, cut up and freeze. We have some organic cilantro. Is this a jalapeno pepper? Yes, a jalapeno pepper. Some carrots, some celery, some parsley. Can't do soup without parsley. A medium onion and about 6 cloves of garlic. I like cooking with a lot of garlic, so you just adjust the garlic to how much you usually use. We also have some split peas that we're going to be cooking first for the base. This might look strange, but this is a boiled banana. I also buy green bananas in bulk and I boil all of them and then I freeze them so I can pull them out as I need to. Alrighty, this is the last one, so I'm just going to put it in. And then the spices that we're going to be using, of course, we have our fresh herbs already and the onion and the garlic, but I'm also going to use some smoked paprika, some Himalayan salt, some black pepper, all-day seasoning that I put in everything savory, some garlic powder, right? More garlic, and some sage, and a touch of clove. Not a whole lot, but just a touch. And of course, the last thing is some dried thyme. I also, when I buy thyme, in order for it not to spoil, I would also dry it and have it for future use. Oh, I forgot one last thing, and this is optional because I know everybody won't get this. These are flavored peppers. They pretty much taste like, for those of you from the Caribbean that knows about pimento peppers or pimento peppers, these are so flavorful, and you use a whole lot less and you get a whole lot more flavor. All right guys, so that's all of our ingredients. Of course, it will be in the description box below. So let us get started by getting our split peas on the stove and cooking. Okay, now all our vegetables are cut up. Our smoked turkey is cut up, so we're good to go. Now let's check on our split peas and see what it's doing. Okay, so let's see. Our split peas, it's doing well, but it's not quite ready. The grains are still, there. Although it's soft, it's not soft enough to just kind of dissolve into the water. And we want that. We want a base that does not have any whole peas in it. All right, this is what we want. See, the beans or the peas rather, it's so tender that it's actually dissolving into the water and giving it a thicker base, a thicker and a smoother base. That is what you want. I'm going to go ahead and add some water here so that I can start adding my vegetables by the length of time it would take to cook. All right, so the things that take longer would go in first. We will start by adding our onions, our garlic, our parsley, and our cilantro to start flavoring the base. All right, so all of our fresh herbs and so on is what we will add here. Mr. Celery is coming next, and the jalapeno pepper. I'm going to add that now, and at that point in time you would give it a good stir. All right, and then you would cover it and let it simmer so that it can absorb all the wonderful flavors from the fresh herbs and so on. Okay, so it's bubbling really well, and if you notice, I am mashing the squash against the side of the pot because this squash won't just dissolve on its own. You have to help it out. If it was a kabocha squash, it will dissolve in the water as it's overcooked, but I have to kind of like, help the situation here. At this point in time, I've added the corn and the carrots and the rest of the squash. All right, and I'm going to simmer it a little bit longer. So while that is doing what it does, I'm going to make the dumplings. And guys, I'm going to make gluten-free dumplings today. It tastes just as well, but you can use regular flour. I'm going to add some Himalayan salted, half a tablespoon of sugar, and I'm going to stir it and then add the water slowly because I want a very firm dough in the end. So add a little bit of water at a time. All right, so there it is. It's going to sit there for a bit until I'm ready for it. Okay, so I'm adding the potatoes now, and actually I added the dasheen right after the corn and the carrots, and so that's half cooked, as you can see, and I'm adding the potatoes because they don't take very long to cook. And give it a good stir. All right, so sweet potatoes and Irish potatoes. I will also add the smoked turkey, and that is the second to last solid thing that I will add before the dumplings. Alrighty, give it a good stir. I will add the bell peppers, the thyme, the rest of the onions, the cilantro, as well as the flavor peppers if you have any. I will add about a tablespoon of sage, a dash of clove, guys, just a dash, some smoked paprika, about half a tablespoon, and the Old Bay, I would say probably about a tablespoon and a half, some garlic powder, some black pepper, and the last thing is some salt to taste. We gotta have some coconut oil. 3 tablespoons of coconut oil because it's good for your health, but also because it flavors food so well. I'm gonna cover that down and simmer it for a few more minutes before adding the dumplings. I will also add some water here. I'll cut up my dumplings, and I like it in bite-sized pieces. I know some people like to put like, they will take that dough and put like just 4 dumplings in it. No, I like bite-sized pieces. So that's what I'm doing. And not too much either. I don't like a lot in the pot. All right, just put it in. And now for the final simmer down. Everything is going to simmer down. All those flavors are going to come together into something really good and beautiful in your mouth. Okay, so let's see what our soup looks like. Oh my gosh, everything is cooked. If you notice the base or the broth, the split peas is completely melted, right? And the squash that we crushed up in there made a nice broth. We have our dumplings and our squash or our smoked turkey and all our vegetables, and it's simmering. Oh my gosh, can't wait to taste this. So let us do the taste test. What I usually do is I cook everything and make it really seasoned to taste, with the intention that at the end I will add water. You know, because when it bubbles, you know, it's a problem if the pot is too full. So at the end I can actually add the water, and I've already anticipated adding all that water because, you know, I added so many vegetables. I don't want it to be too thick. Okay, so now we're going to taste it and see if it has enough salt. We're going to season it. We're going to, let me see. Oh yeah, it has enough salt, enough seasonings, everything. So let's taste. All right guys, now for the taste test. I'm really anxious because I'm really hungry and I love soup. This has been a labor of love, I have to say, but it is well worth it, I promise you. Really good. You're tasting all the fresh herbs and seasonings. The smoked turkey added really nice flavor to it. It has enough spice. It's a little bit spicy, which I like. And these dumplings are really good. And by the way, I made mine gluten-free. And it's just as good. It's really, really good. Really, really good. So it's your turn now. Go try it. Right? Go try it. Give this video a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, and share. And see you in the next video.